And with regards to our brothers that are watching as well, sometimes we see if we procrastinate, it becomes difficult for us to then keep fast. Would you advise to start fasting immediately from tomorrow, or what do you think is the best from Salaf Salihin, that give some break and then do some, even though I know there is flexibility, but taking the current context and the weather is getting warmer, what would you suggest?
See, first of all, with regards to the fasting, you have to remember whether it is a man or a woman, if they have missed those days in the Ramadan, then this is the statement of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu Man mata wa alayhi siyam falyasum anhu waliyuhu or sawmun falyasum anhu waliyuhu. Falyasum anhu waliyuhu. This is the hadith of Rasulullah, quite similar to the, I'm not quoting the exact text, but this is the correct meaning of that, which means he said that if a person has to make up the missed days of Ramadan, and he died or she died, and they could not make, fast them before their death. So it is the responsibility of their guardians and their relatives or their friends or whoever they are, kinship, they have to make them up. So if they don't, they have to give the kafara, fidya for that. So this hadith shows that it is very serious that if a person had missed any day and that person died, so that obligation of making up that is not removed. It is still there as a burden, as a debt on the person who died. So based on this, if a person is, if he has missed or she has missed, then my personal opinion is that they should not take the chance, and after the first day of Shawwal, completing the Eid, they should try to complete the missed days that they have missed. So because I'll tell you my days, like I was for 10 days I was in Dubai, and due to my traveling, some of the days I missed. So I decided that before fasting the Shawwal, I should make up those days which I have missed due to my traveling, because I don't know, life is short. A person can, be off anytime. So for that reason, this is my personal opinion, that we should not rely on the relatives to do something which is left a debt on our head. We should do it in this life when we are alive. It should be clean from the debt. And one of the debts is this, that if a person had missed some days of fasting and he or she did not make it, then that remains as the debt on that. So this is my first opinion, my advice, the personal advice, that they should make up these days first. And the second thing is, if they want to have a break, doesn't matter. Islam, as you said, that there's a flexibility in that. So if a person wants to take a break, but not with this intention that the second day of Shawwal is Eid, or the third day of Shawwal is Eid, or fourth day of Shawwal is Eid, like normally they consider 4 days for Eid. But that is for Eid al-Adha, not Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr is only 1 day. So a person can immediately fast from the second day of Shawwal.
Jazakallah Sheikh. Inshallah, sorry for the interruption. It's just because we have to go for a short break. Inshallah, when we come back, we'll continue with the discussion where we have left. Apology for that. My dear viewers, if you've just tuned in, you're watching Ask Eman live on Eman Channel Sky 757. With us, we have Sheikh Dr. Abdul Majid. We'll continue our discussion, but after a short break. You're watching Ask Eman. Before we went into the break, sorry I had to interrupt you. We were discussing about what should a person do in terms of the days are getting longer and it's getting warmer. Should we procrastinate or get it done and out of the way as soon as possible? You were answering.
Yeah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In short, that it should be better. The better is that a person should finish his missed days as soon as possible, because life is short and a person may, pass away or die soon, or, and the debt of the missed days remain on the head of the person who died. And Prophet did instruct that it should be completed by the people, the relatives. But we know that most of the time the relatives, they don't actually care for what they might not even know that this person who died had got any debt or not. Alhamdulillah. So to be on the safe side, it is better to finish the days that you have missed, which is fard, which is compulsory. You have to make them up. And if a person, due to any medical reason, after consulting the doctors, if the person cannot do it, then the fidya is certainly for 1 day, 1 meal for a poor person. And if a person wants to take a break and wants to go ahead, take rest after 30 days, 29 days of Ramadan, That's flexible, and the last day will be the, before starting of the Ramadan. This is how the wives of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to do. They would make up their days in Shaban, a month before Ramadan. So we have a flexibility in Islam to this. But alhamdulillah, as I said, the better thing is that the best is that a person should do it as soon as possible. But if he or she wants to take a break, that's also permissible in Islam. So the flexibility is there, inshallah.
Okay, excellent. Jazakallahu khairan for that.